Alright, we're live.
Ooh, we're live.
We're live.
That's fine. Oh, actually, no one wants to pick that.
Yeah.
Mosley.
Most people
pick it up.
You
You
should be fine.
want me to get each
Crumb?
crumb?
Put it all back in.
You want me to get each crumb? You want me to get each crumb?
Oh, look here, I should turn that down. Get some
Hey, that's
important
us.
feedback.
Yeah! Woo!
I'm just
Can I
gonna
save that for
watch this
Mosby?
bit. No, I don't want to do that. Or do
Oh,
I?
sick,
I don't
it's
know.
working. We are live.
Share.
Okay.
And
Is it
I'm
normal
gonna
size
make
now?
a Post. And
Like it's
yeah, it looks good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright,
You guys ready?
shall we?
Put my headphones in. Hello, welcome to the live stream.
Yes.
Boom.
Thank you for watching, commies. We really appreciate it. Why are you laughing? That's
I sound
You're
really
a commie. You listen.
Yeah. Bernie Sanders says what?
From where?
Just from myself. I sound loud.
You got to check yourself
I guess I can go back.
before
here.
you wreck
I can hear
yourself.
no one on the speaker, but you and I are making noise on it.
Hello?
That's because my volume was maxed.
Oh. How about now? Now I can't hear myself at all.
There we
Can't
go.
hear anything yet.
There we go.
Cameras.
Alright. Shall we?
Yeah. that's
We've got to get the product placement right.
It's not sponsored.
Oh, not yet.
Please sponsor.
Yes.
Hey, Fanta.
What if it was Fanta Diet? Would you still?
No,
No.
definitely not.
Why not?
I'm sponsored by water itself.
H2O.
Alright.
You
Shall
have
we?
a camera.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh, we're going. The time is
Just
ticking.
wanted
You
to
click
do
start
timer.
right there.
Ready?
Uh,
You want to do 10?
No, it's already going.
15?
yeah.
It's already going.
Are we saying timer 15 or a second?
My 15. Well, now my 20.
Okay.
Alright.
You gotta clap to line it up.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry for the loud clap. Okay.
Alright.
Oh, wait, I have to intro.
Yeah, you're in.
Okay.
Do intro.
Okay. So am I introducing that, or is he, or do I just like pass it off to him? I'll pass it off to him.
Yeah, you could pass it off to him.
We know what we're doing. We're professionals. We've done this before.
I believe it.
We gotta introduce ourselves though.
Unscripted.
Oh yeah.
So then I guess the last person to introduce himself pass it over to him.
Okay. So yeah, how about I'll start, and then I'll just like,
I get
I'm
next.
Kai. Boom, boom,
Okay,
boom.
Because
perfect.
I'm right next to
All right.
him next.
I like that. That's smooth. Smooth. Okay. Adjusting sound. Okay. What is this? 15. Welcome back to episode 15 of the Comrades podcast in the second season. It's also technically our 31st episode because I know some streaming platforms don't quite have the seasons and the episodes lined up correctly.
You're not up to date with it.
Anyways, so yeah, thank you for listening. I'm Kai.
I'm Andre.
And I am Noah, and today we are joined by a very special guest, Mr. Ian McIntosh, also Kai's dad.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah. Also Kai's dad.
Yes.
Which is pretty much the only reason I'm here is because of nepotism, right?
Well, and we don't like to outright say it.
I mean, because I'm very worth being here, regardless of being Kai's dad.
Yes, that's what it is.
I guess we should preface why he's here other than that. I mean, we wanted to have all of our dads on because we knew that it would be fun. And we also wanted to give our listeners a little, like, piece of us. So, that's why you're here. And
how better to know us than to see all of our heritage, so to say.
yes, exactly. And
Pretty much.
we got some fan questions, which we're going to get to later.
Okay.
And a lot of these fan questions stem from what I'm guessing is you already have some pretty firm opinions about things.
I don't know
And
what you
your
mean.
fans- Your fans just want to hear you rant about random topics.
Okay, that'll be fun.
So that's pretty much what our questions are going to look like.
Sweet. So they're just setting me up to jump on my soapbox, basically.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm excited. That'll be great. Yeah. So, just to be clear, what I'm understanding is that I am Kai's origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sense.
Okay, cool.
In other words, they don't really care about you, but they just care about me a lot.
They care more about
I'll try to loop it back as much as possible.
What have you guys been up to this week? it's been a crazy week here in the state of Washington.
Absolutely, it has. I am sick and tired of everyone freaking out of coronavirus. I mean, I understand it because it is getting spread, and it spreads really easily because you can have it for 2 weeks before you start showing symptoms.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's also much less dangerous than the flu or influenza, and that's why I don't really. I mean, don't you say it.
Statistically, that's completely incorrect.
Ooh.
Okay, let me
Or
re-specify.
I believe that could be incorrect statistically.
Let me specify. Influenza has a mortality rate of about 3.4%, and COVID-19 has a mortality rate of 1.64%. From what I've looked up, and I understand everyone will count things differently.
Yeah.
And to me, that makes it less dangerous. It spreads easier, I grant you, but it will kill less. Although I do, of course, it's going to have a higher impact on those who are older and elderly because they have lower immune systems.
Yeah.
Well, and because that's how the virus was engineered to work for the thinning of the population. But we'll get to that later.
Okay. Right.
Oh man. I saw this. Well, I've been doing my own online surfing of COVID-19, and I saw this post that had said something about hand sanitizer, and so I was like, all right. So I went on Amazon, and it's like $600 to get hand sanitizer, and right below that post it said they didn't try and cure Ebola with hand sanitizer. Like it's a virus. Just wash your hands, guys.
I actually don't believe in washing my hands.
Oh, good.
We share out here. I see.
We Macintoshes have cultivated very strong immune systems, and intentionally eating food from, that's got the 2-minute rule. Let's let it sit for a while longer.
20-minute rule.
Yeah.
There was one time when anyone in our house got sick, and it actually got all of us sick. It was the year we got those flu shots. Yeah, and and obviously it was the first and last time we did that. I think germs are a myth spread by the government. And I'll have to get to the reason behind that later. That's for another episode.
I actually don't get flu shots because of that reason right there. Not the government one. But because I always get sick every time. Every time I get a flu shot, I get sick, and so nope, don't do it. What have you guys? Are you still in school because of the coronavirus? My teachers are canceling classes.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm still in school. I have one teacher who has a really bad heart because of recent surgeries, and he might move away to a cabin he owns in northern Washington.
Yeah.
Until everything dies down.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he catches it, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a good choice of words. Everything dies down.
Oh man. But yeah, so he's and my other teacher. I have 3 classes, but I only go to 2 of them.
Yeah.
My other teacher.
How do you feel about that?
So Kai, tell me about that.
I've told you. I don't go to my economy class because I've already taken economy, both macro and micro, and in high school you taught me those.
I was going to say, you must have had a really good teacher in high school if you can skip college and still pass the test, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I don't know if this is final. I should look that up. But anyways.
Good talk.
Don't worry, I had the same professor when I was at Clark, and it was the exact same deal. I went to class 3 times.
Okay.
And passed class with an A.
And he didn't take economy.
And I didn't take economy. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Was there a final?
When I took a class, it was structured. You did 5 assignments and then 3 papers. And papers were super easy. Assignments were you didn't have to do them, and you could still get an A in the class. So I did that. I don't think they were the final.
And I don't even care about an A, honestly. I mean, sure, it'd be nice to have, but as long as I get above,
Once you pass.
even if I get above 80%, I'll be super satisfied with
Yeah.
everything that I've done.
Yeah. I mean, your GPA doesn't matter realistically unless you're going to go to get a master's. Yeah. So, Andre, what you been up to?
More job searching, man.
Nice.
I haven't done much.
All right. Ian, what have you been up to this week?
Let's see, this week. It's Thursday, right?
It is Thursday.
So yesterday I got our travel trailer stuck at my friend's property. Today I got my travel trailer unstuck from my friend's property.
Nice.
Yeah. And let's see, day before yesterday, that would make Tuesday. Yeah, actually.
You don't have to count out each day.
Well,
go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Teaching at Cedar Tree.
Cool. We're gonna get into that later.
Okay.
I'm excited to hear about that.
Yeah. So.
Anything else?
No.
Sorry.
No, you walked
It's
over.
good,
Man.
man. Oh man.
Well, looking at the schedule.
Andre, weekly question.
Oh,
Oh hey, I got a weekly question. So when you guys have cereal, what do you put in first, the cereal or the milk? I go first. I'll put the cereal first because I don't know, lets the milk get over it first. I mean, I don't have much cereal, but when I do, that's what I do.
okay, wait. I see no opposing to answer, but I'm very passionate about this. So I want to answer it first and then argue against whatever Noah says.
Okay.
after that.
All right. This is
Let me explain one more thing though for me.
Okay.
Hold on. What kind of cereal are we talking? Because Captain Crunch and Frosted Flakes,
Same difference.
they're very
Don't
different
answer yet.
consistencies in which you
That's
pour
true.
your milk first. So what kind of
Well,
cereal?
For me, my answer for this is like I said, cereal first, but then cereal second if you're on a second bowl. Like if you still have milk, then you pour cereal.
Yeah.
So
it's
you're
like,
doing warm milk and just pouring cereal on top of it?
How long do you take to eat the cereal?
well, and you just keep pouring cereal in, like, and then the third bowl is just less and fourth until the milk is gone, right?
The milk doesn't get warm.
You eat the milk, you drink the milk. Okay, but my question is, are we here to eat cereal or are we here to drink milk?
To eat cereal.
To eat cereal, and that's why you put the cereal in first, because that's what's really important. That's what we're here for. And if we use Andre's method of putting in cereal afterwards, then you'll get the same effect either way. You'll get both sides of the pasture, and you can see for yourself which is greener every time. It's different for each cereal. So for every cereal, you can see which one is greener, which is why you got to start with the cereal. You hear me?
Yeah.
I do agree with you.
But let me tell you why you're wrong. Because we're not trying to be out here simple-minded, doing like everybody else, and just cereal first,
I get
milk
you.
second. All right, that's not how we do things. What's the most sensible is you want to get the milk because the milk is straight from the fridge, right? You want to keep it cold, so you put the milk in first. You don't want to have to get out the milk and then pour the cereal in. Pour the milk because the milk will get warm. So you gotta pour the milk first and then cereal so the milk stays cold. Because you're so afraid of your milk getting warm.
Are you using the bowl with the straw? Like the built-in straw?
that's so cool.
I used to do those ones.
What are you doing?
Oh my
Well,
gosh,
that's
I can't even remember the last time I had cereal. I try to stay away from milk because it gives me gas and acne.
All right.
But then people might say, well, what about like almond milk or coconut milk? And then I would go on my soapbox about how that's really not milk. Like milk is something that comes from a mammal to feed its young, and like almonds aren't mammals.
Yes.
And so I really get frustrated when people are like, oh, this is like, this is like, vegan meat or whatever. Like, no, I'm sorry, but it's either meat or it's vegan. It's not vegan meat. I mean, that's like having an Ian that's not cool. It's either, anyway.
Yeah.
I agree, 100%. It's just
So, I also get-
watery nuts.
Right, yes, yeah. I also get frustrated when I look at the cereal box and it has like the nutritional value, because I like to get protein because, muscles. And it always shows like the protein with milk, and it's like, this is a box of cereal. Like, I could add a steak to my cereal and it would have protein, or like a whole bunch of broccoli or something and have protein. Like, just tell me what's in the cereal.
Yes.
Extending on that, what's your favorite type of cereal?
Ooh.
Oh, Lucky Charms for sure.
Yeah?
Lucky Charms, all the way.
I actually really like cornflakes, and not even the frosted ones. I thoroughly enjoy that taste, and I recognize it's an unpopular opinion.
You look like a cornflakes guy, so it makes sense.
Is it because of the beard, or is it because of the longing,
That's
delightful
probably the beard.
eyes?
Honestly, it's the beard.
Oh, okay. Mine's Captain Crunch. Even though that
I'm gonna
hurts
go
when
with
you eat it.
broccoli steak
Yeah.
cereal.
What'd you say?
Broccoli steak.
Ah, I see
Um,
where you get it, Kai.
when I was a kid, they had the I don't know, they probably still do, but it's like the little squares, brand square. No, I can't remember. Corn squares.
Oh, frosted mini wheats?
No. They would always cut up my mouth when I ate them because they were really hard and crunchy, but they were so good.
Is it the those Weetabix things we have?
No. Yeah, see the big one down the bottom?
This
That one, yeah.
That's Captain Crunch.
It's not
Is it?
Captain Crunch. Corn squares! I was right!
Straight up corn squares.
Boom!
That's the same thing in Captain Crunch, isn't it?
Nice.
I mean, it looks as
Yeah,
Captain Crunch has like 3 times as
It
much
also
cereal.
rips up your mouth too.
It did, yeah, so did the corn squares.
Yeah.
You got so excited. I didn't know that existed. That's
Worth
something.
it.
Now we do.
Are we gonna talk about the coronavirus?
I feel like we talked about it. I mean, just wash your hands, right?
Oh, and guys, masks don't work if you're not sick.
Yeah.
So
They only protect other people.
Oh,
yeah.
so today I'm in class and we're talking about the coronavirus and someone goes, well, what are the benefits? And everyone's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean
Wait,
benefits?
I can tell you exactly what he means, but you go ahead. 'Cause I
And-
don't want to cut him off.
And the guy goes, well, think about the financial benefits.
Oh, that's not what I was going to say.
And I was like, what is it? Like, this guy is crazy. And he goes, well, I just booked a flight to, wherever for so cheap. And I went online and I've spent all day booking trips. I mean, to go to Hong Kong right now, $400. Not that you'd want to at this current state.
And you should just get it one way because they're not going to let you back in the country
Yeah.
anyway, dude.
But to go to Australia, $900. That's a lot cheaper than usual. To Hawaii right now, it's like $250, usually $550. There a round trip flight to Denver right now is $51. That's crazy.
Just round trip.
Round trip, $51. I mean, Canada, $200 round trip.
Like, that doesn't even pay off TSA.
I know. It is.
Wait, so you pay off TSA?
I chose my words
Don't
very
answer.
specifically.
It's $200 to fly to New York round trip next week.
Wow.
That's
wow.
insane.
Next week?
Yeah, next week.
Wow.
And so I
So,
was like, I'm gonna start booking trips, dude.
hey, any of my friends that are listening, remind me to look into some flights that I need to book. That sounds like it's good.
Yeah, it's a good time to do it.
Yeah.
And if it gets worse, it's only gonna get cheaper. I mean, you probably won't be able to fly internationally. It'll close down a bunch of borders, but you can still fly anywhere in the States for super cheap.
Man, you guys ever play that game Plague Incorporated?
Yes, love it.
I think as it's okay. Well, that's looking at me with inquisitive eyes.
Yeah,
It's a game where you genetically modify a virus to try to kill the whole world, pretty much.
Yeah. So you like start with a virus in one country. You get to choose any country to start out in, and then as people get infected and die, you get more points, and then you use those points to upgrade your virus to like spreads through animals or spreads through air or like
Mosquito.
it's harder or it takes it's mutated, so it's now or more time to for the people to figure it out, how to cure it and stuff like that. It's a fun game.
So I don't know why, but that reminded me of the smallpox epidemic back in the
Stone Age.
well, like in the colonial era, and they didn't have vaccines, but they had inoculation, and so a vaccine is the virus that's apparently been made inert so that it can't really infect you too badly or
Right.
whatever. But so what they would do is they would take some pus from the oozing, smallpox, and then they would make a little like incision, and then they tuck it in there and stitch it up, and a little bit of sickness gives you immunity or whatever,
Yeah.
So I actually want to find someone with the coronavirus and have them like wipe their snot all over my open wounds or something.
There's a scene in The Office where Dwight's like, "Why are you guys setting up hand sanitizing stations? If this company really cared about us, there was a desanitization station."
That's my guy.
And then Jim convinced everyone in the office to sneeze at him for the rest of the like a week, I guess. It was very funny. But what else they did for the smallpox epidemic is some scientists found that cows suffered from a very similar disease that they called cowpox for whatever reason. And these cows it was very rare that anything would live through, but for the ones that did live through it, they would basically do a vaccine with the cow blood into them, and it gave them the same antibodies that they needed to fight it. It was gross, but it saved so many lives. Good stuff.
I have no idea.
With all that to say, wash your hands. That's all you have to do is just wash your hands.
If you want to weaken your immune system.
Exactly.
Plus,
Yeah. So if you guys aren't already, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. We do a lot of interaction on those two. We also have Twitter and Snapchat, so you guys can follow us there. We have t-shirts. We have like a few left. So they're limited edition. We're not going to drop any other t-shirts of this design. So get those t-shirts. We got stickers that we can give out. We also sell them, but I mean, if you just asked us for one, we'd probably give it to you.
Yeah, for real.
especially if you're from France.
Especially if you're from any of the international
We will pay
countries
for the
listening
shipping.
to us.
Do special guests get swag like a
Yes.
sticker?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Sweet.
So we'll hook you up at the end. We also are accepting monthly supporters. You can do that through anchor.fm/collegecomrades. You guys can support us monthly. That way we can keep the podcast going, upgrade equipment so that we can have awesome guests on like Ian. We're going to sign out on Facebook. You guys can see the rest of this episode. Well, you can't see it. You can listen to it.
Actually, before we sign off, I remember I was going to talk about the benefits of the virus.
Oh, facts. He was. Okay.
Out of all four of us, and after this, we'll just immediately drop off. So good that you signed off already. We'll just postpone that for like 30 seconds. But of the four of us, Noah, you most recently have been to Disneyland, right?
Yes.
Was it crowded?
Yeah.
You ever wait like 2 hours in line and think certain things that could happen that would be pretty bad worldwide that might provide benefit for you?
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. Because I can't outright say it, but we all know what I'm thinking.
We get you.
Okay, yeah. So now we're gonna sign off.
Anyways, you guys can listen to the rest of this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. All you gotta do is type in the College Comrades. We're gonna get into some pretty juicy questions here with Ian. We got tons of fun content, probably involving a murder in your lifetime.
You know, that may or may not actually be true.
So
yeah.
you'll just have to listen in and
You don't want to miss
find
this
out. So
Alright. Sign out.
we'll see.
Wait, not signing out yet.
Oh, we're gonna go into
later.
ad break if
Yeah.
you're listening on Spotify.
Sign out to the camera, but not to the microphone.
Perfect.
Bye.
I will, I'm going.
Go, go!